Hi, today I'm going to show you how to import a trade from one, and then we will compare on the matrix and on the graph and see that they are identical or nearly identical. Please bear with me, there's a bit of a background noise with the aircon blowing full blast. I'm just cooking here, so sorry about this. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, and here's a current trade. It's actually one of my rhinos for December. Not doing too badly considering this bullish market. And I'm going to the trade log for it. I've done much, but so what we first do is we select, so shift and arrow down or control A, control C to copy, and I'm going to go to Excel, open a blank worksheet, control V to paste, and I'm going to save it as wherever. So I'm going to put on my documents, and I'm going to call it sample rhino, and it has to be saved as a CSV file. Okay, so now I can close it, I can leave it open, makes no difference. Okay, I can actually cancel this, minimize this. Okay, so what do I do? Oh, maybe first I'm going to load some data. It's a December Rhino. I know more or less what range I need. I know that I could have been using the drop down, but okay, I'm going to go through this. You will notice that this is 16 past 4 p.m. I'm 8 hours ahead of New York, so it's actually just after 8 in New York. And I'm using the proxy. I'll get back to proxies and the details of the settings. So let me select December, 25-point strikes, confirm, live data. Okay, so I don't need to show the matrix right now. It's just doing its stuff. So I go to trade list. Actually, for testing purposes, I had already imported it, but let's say I want to go to import from one. So I'm going to open sample rhino, open. Then I convert it. Okay, it asks me whether, okay, I will make sure this is predefined, but I don't know. Okay, and then I save it. It has been saved, and so I'm going to hide it now. And I think it was the one I had before. I think we came across the fact that I had a file with this exact same name. Anyway, this is the same Rhino. Bought 3, average price, the execution ID. The order ref, at this time I put 1. I could actually add the train number from 1 as well, but I will do that later at some other point, and the fees. Okay, so what do we do now? If you remember on the other video on trade management, this is the execs, and this is actually the trade exec, and you can select exactly what you want to show on your matrix. This is listed chronologically. So this is it was entered on 1st of October 1832, and it goes all the way to the 15th. So you can also automatically select from dates. For example, now select only everything up to the 10th of November. For these go back to the other video. So for now, it has loaded a trade log. It's a default trade log. It includes the commissions, and you can see here in the trade log I also include lines for the closed strikes, because I won't go into the details of the management here, but for example, the 2800 strike bought on the 2nd. Yeah, I bought 3, then I sold 3, and then I bought another 2. So that's why I'm long 2. There's a closed P&L, and there's the average price. So it calculates the current P&L and the closed P&L. Because the matrix, even if it's not been loaded, the data is there in the background. The feed is declared true, so I can send it to the matrix. So now let's have a look at the matrix. The remaining strikes are there, and we have the margin, the cost, the P&L, and the Greeks. So let's have a look how it compares to 1. Here there may be a small discrepancy. If you include the commissions on the trade log, it will be deducted automatically or added automatically. So there might be slight differences here. The delta is the same, gamma is about the same, theta is about the same, and vega is about the same. And if you remember, on the other form, it said minus 16. Let's go back to the trade log. 16 to, closed 17055, and here it says 17025. I think here it doesn't take into account commissions. But all these are little software conventions. There's no major difference. And if I go back to here, I press G, and you will see that my graph is exactly the same as this one. Pretty neat, isn't it? There are some differences, like for example, the 1SD, 2SDs are not displayed the same way. I mean, all those things can be worked out, and eventually I will use a better looking graphics library, but as you can see, it's working pretty well. It may actually work better than 1 because when you are preparing your trading day, because as I said before, SOAP uses a proxy even before SPX. In the present example, SPX is traded. The market has not opened, and you can actually visualize your position very accurately this way. Okay, thank you for watching.